Hello everyone, and welcome to the channel. This is my Arrma Typhon speedrunner. I built this car this summer, and I was able to get it successfully up to 120 miles an hour using this Mama Monster X and this Castle 2200 kV motor. Now that was really exciting, but on my last run, I forgot to turn my cooling fans on for my ESC, and I fried it. So I figured for now I would work on prepping the car for next season, hopefully higher numbers, and doing a build series so that you guys could follow along and see how I did it. So this build can basically be split into three parts. The first is the chassis, which I'll be stretching using a Creighton long wheelbase chassis and a few other parts, as well as a GT conversion, including a foam bumper and new body mounts. The next part is the electronics, which I'll be upgrading to a Castle XLX ESC and a TP Power 4070 CM 2200 kV motor. And last but not least, a GT conversion requires a GT body, so I picked up a Delta Plastics Jaguar body with an extended wheelbase so it would fit the new stretched chassis. I'll be painting with Duratrax paints, and I'll show the whole masking and painting process that I go through. Alright, we got all the parts off of the old chassis, and now we're just about ready to start stretching our Typhon. Now stretching a Typhon is relatively simple. You only need a Creighton long wheelbase chassis, which as you can see is about 2 inches longer than a standard Typhon chassis, a Creighton rear chassis brace, and a rear center dog bone from an Arrma Creighton. Now before we start bolting stuff onto the new chassis, I wanted to quickly run through some of the upgrades I'm going to be including in this setup. The first is this aluminum sliding motor mount from M2C Racing. Now I would have gone with the stock Arrma motor mount from the V4 Typhon because it's also a sliding motor mount, but this one is the same height as a V1 through a V3 mount, which allows me to run this Michael Myers XLX mounting plate. The next upgrade has to do with my receiver, which I've been running a Futaba R2006 GS receiver. Now this does wonders for range, but it's a little longer than a standard receiver, so it doesn't fit in a standard Arrma receiver box. To solve that problem, I've gotten a Traxxas TRX4 receiver box, which is plenty long enough and plenty deep enough to fit the receiver and any excess wire that I need in order to keep things tidy. And lastly, because I was already replacing my rear chassis brace to stretch my Typhon, I decided to upgrade to aluminum and get these CNC machined 7075 aluminum chassis braces from GKA Customs. Well, that's all for this video. Next up, I'll be installing and mounting the GT body posts and trimming and mounting the body. If you'd like to follow along with this project, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching!